Your heart is racing right now, or it was an hour ago. Maybe it was an email. Maybe it was a notification. Maybe it was just a look someone gave you across a room. Your palms got sweaty. Your chest got tight. Your body prepared you to run, or to fight, or to freeze. But there was no predator. There was no danger at all. And yet your body reacted exactly the way it would have if a lion had stepped out of the grass. Here's the strange part. That lion has been dead for 10,000 years. But your nervous system never got the memo. Think about the last time you felt truly anxious. Not a little nervous. Truly anxious. Your breathing changed. Your muscles tensed. Your thoughts narrowed down to a single sharp point. That is not a modern malfunction. That is a system working exactly as it was built to. The problem is what it was built for. For most of human history, danger looked like teeth and claws. It looked like a rustle in the tall grass that might be wind or might be something hunting you. Your ancestors who survived long enough to have children were the ones whose bodies reacted instantly to that rustle. No hesitation, no overthinking. Just a flood of chemicals that turned a calm body into a sprinting, fighting, climbing machine in less than a second. The neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping exactly how this happens inside your brain. He found that a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala can trigger a fear response before the thinking part of your brain even knows what's happening. The amygdala is your alarm system. It does not wait for permission. It does not consult your judgment. It just acts. Why would evolution build it this way? Because the humans who waited to think it through were the ones who got eaten. This is the part that should stop you cold. Your amygdala cannot tell the difference between a predator and a deadline. It cannot tell the difference between a lion in the grass and a passive-aggressive text message from your boss. To your ancient alarm system, threat is threat. Chemically, physically, it responds the same way whether you're facing a real physical danger or an inbox with 40 unread emails. The biologist Robert Sapolsky studied this exact mismatch for years, largely by comparing humans to zebras. A zebra, when it escapes a lion, shakes off the stress within minutes and goes back to grazing like nothing happened. Its body resets. But humans don't do that. Humans can replay a stressful email in their head for hours, days even. You can lie in bed at 11 at night, reliving a conversation from that morning, and your body will produce the same stress hormones as if the danger were happening right now. The zebra's stress ends when the chase ends. Yours doesn't have to end at all. That's the mismatch. Your body was built for short, sharp bursts of danger followed by recovery. Instead, modern life gives you a low, constant hum of manageable but never-ending threats. Notifications, bills, social comparison, traffic, none of these will kill you, but your ancient alarm system doesn't know that. It just knows something feels unresolved, and unresolved feels dangerous. So why hasn't evolution fixed this by now? Why are we still walking around with a smoke detector wired for lions instead of one wired for spreadsheets? The evolutionary psychiatrist Randolph Nessa offers an answer that reframes the entire problem. He describes it as the smoke detector principle. A smoke detector that only ever goes off during real fires and never once during burnt toast is actually a badly designed smoke detector, because if it waits for certainty, it will eventually miss a real fire and let you burn. So evolution built your fear response the same way. Cheap, fast, oversensitive, and wrong far more often than it's right. A false alarm costs you a moment of unnecessary stress. A missed real threat costs you your life. Given that trade, oversensitivity wins every time. It is not a bug. It is the price of survival. There's a detail here that makes this even stranger. Researchers Arne Ullman and Susan Minica ran a series of experiments on what's now called prepared fear. They found that humans and even monkeys can be conditioned to fear snakes and spiders almost instantly, sometimes after seeing fear on just one other face. But try the same experiment with something modern and dangerous, like an electrical outlet, and it barely works. Your brain doesn't fear the things most likely to hurt you today. It fears the things that were most likely to hurt your ancestors thousands of generations ago. Which means, somewhere in your brain, right now, there is more architecture dedicated to fearing snakes than there is to fearing car accidents, even though car accidents are statistically far more likely to end your life. Sit with that for a second. Your fear is not calibrated to your actual world. It's calibrated to a world that hasn't existed for 10,000 years. This is why modern anxiety can feel so disproportionate and also so inescapable. It's not that you're weak or broken or overreacting. It's that you are running software built for the savannah on hardware surrounded by screens. When your chest tightens before a presentation, that is not a design flaw. That is your ancient alarm system doing precisely its job, just aimed at the wrong target. It has no concept of a quarterly report. It only knows heart rate up, muscles ready, something is wrong. And here's the twist most people never think about. The predator isn't just imitated by modern stress. In some ways, it's been replaced by something worse, something with no edges. A lion eventually leaves. It runs off, or it catches you, or you escape. Either way, the encounter ends. But an ongoing conflict with a coworker doesn't end. A financial worry doesn't end at sundown. A fear of what people think of you doesn't end when you close the laptop. You've built a world with far more sources of alarm than your ancestors ever faced, and far fewer clean resolutions. The lion attacks, and then it's over. Your inbox never attacks, and then is over. It just refills. This explains something that used to be confusing. Why rest doesn't always feel restful anymore. Your ancestors, after surviving a threat, had a clear signal that the danger had passed. Their bodies could fully stand down. Yours often can't, because so few of your modern threats come with a clear ending. The meeting is over, but was it a good meeting? The message is sent, but will they respond well? Your body waits for the all-clear signal that almost never comes, so it just keeps humming at a low simmer of readiness day after day. None of this means you're doomed to live in a permanent state of alarm. Understanding the mismatch is actually the first step toward loosening its grip. When your chest tightens before a hard conversation, you can recognize that feeling for what it is. Not proof of real danger, just an ancient alarm, doing its ancient job, badly matched to a modern moment. That recognition alone changes something. It moves the response from your amygdala's blind reflex into your conscious awareness, where you actually have some choice in how you respond. You can also give your body what the zebra gets automatically. Movement after stress helps signal to your nervous system that the danger has passed and it's safe to reset. A short walk, physical exertion, even a few minutes of deliberately slow breathing. These aren't just wellness cliches. They're ways of manually closing a loop your biology no longer closes on its own. Think back to the lion in the grass. Your ancestor either escaped it or didn't. Either way, the story ended. Yours doesn't have to run forever either. The predator is gone. It's been gone for 10,000 years. Your body just hasn't stopped running from it yet.